restricting vision, given the time now for that bomb to be planted. Interesting lurk at bottom mid. There's no one rotating banana, which is the hope, but he can still flank those mid players. And I mean, I was going to say that's if he's needed, because his teammates had found success elsewhere, but a nice shot from Navira.
Now the attempted retake of numbers dwindling, bodies dropping all on Nivera, and ooh, he is.
There's already the third player rotating over, and well, they've even gone ahead and sent RPK over also, so there's 3 over on this side of the map. Fully entrusted Navira alone, I believe that is on the A-bomb site, and I'm good with that. It looks like it is the correct decision as well to be made. Smoke in towards construction or in towards coffins, and let's see now, can they actually hold this off? Again, the weapons do still at least favor the T side, but no, that doesn't seem to matter. The Deagles hold them.
You could split B, you could do whatever you want, but Nivera plays it nicely. He pulls right back off with a flashbang. Isn't able to line up that kill just yet. Damage done. Has to be careful not to get suckered in. A teammate will flash for him, and there's the kill. A follow-up as well. The young gun is doing well here. Doesn't seem like they're going to be able to get much going here. Navera continuing to collect bodies. He's on pace for the ace, down to 6 points of health, and Apex will finish. Retrieve a teammate's rifle from over by the arch, but he's going to try and get it done with a deagle. He's going to try and make it happen here. It is the bonus round, so there's some cash to burn. Zaiwu, though, he's running out of time rapidly. Does have a kit, has a flashbang, no smoke to cover this off, and they've got a pretty decent crossfire from Graveyard and Sight here. So Zaiwu will wrap through, needs to isolate the first fight. He spots Sanji, will connect the headshot, doesn't get the second. Yeah, at this juncture, though, there's not enough pressure, right? There's 2 players at a threat. There's not enough pressure to draw them off. And he's backing away. This is going to be a save? I think this is going to be a save. What are they doing? He's not positioned even in towards the site. 6 seconds. Yeah, they're just gonna wait it. James got 1 kill. And that's what they're gonna have to content themselves with in this round, because that clock has run out. The insurance policy here to make sure they don't come through mid. Kindar wants to get closer to the site sooner rather than later, though. Vera drop. This should be all right, but of course Vitality are very content to throw these guns at the site to try and do the damage, to try and take the round. The opportunity is worth it. It's worth the risk. Here comes the swing. There comes the cleanup. That should be them okay. RPK might want to try and bail. He's not going to be allowed to. And there's the swing for Pit, but Yakindar takes the fight alone, not waiting for a teammate. There is the cleanup, brings it to a 2v2 and the bomb plant with 10 seconds to spare. But this is winnable for Vitality. The only problem is they don't have utility. They don't have kits. I think there might be one down on site, but I'll have to keep track of that. Time could become very critical here, and it's already running out. There's the first shot hit. James nails it. And the follow-up as well.
They're getting caught. I'd like to see a bit more of a stack, a bit more of a gamble, some way for them to use these pistols kind of in combination rather than, well, having this moment where it's everyone just taking fights on their own. RPK does have some help. It was a nice shot on the Yakin there. If they get a second long player, then it allows them to actually focus towards quad. But so far, he's not showing himself, waiting for his teammates to get in position. And yeah, when they start getting going, they don't even need him anymore. It's going to be up through short where all those frags go.
Flash gives them information. And did it somehow catch Nivera as well? Or was there a second flash that I wasn't watching? They want this kill, but now they recognize, okay, he's backed off for now. Now we bring the hurt. Nivera, you're just not going to be able to deal with all these players. Hitting the first is honestly even impressive there, but he does falter. Bomb will be down, and they've got forward positioning here in the library. James will finish off Zaiwu. Getting caught off by some of these early pop flashes on the pistol rounds, but then their recovery is just phenomenal, and it comes back to the same position again and again for Vitality. It's all about the arches. As soon as they lose that control, their sight hold is weakened. So weakened. Yakindar peeking back into that spray. Ooh, did damage. He'll lose his own life, but it's worth it to try and chase this gun.
But are they going to have a chance to even? Because it is looking like, again, it's going to be over towards A, but this time focused around the balcony drop, hoping that maybe the CTs will be focused elsewhere themselves. But no, they are not. RPK with 3 already from the balcony. Doesn't even need the scope on that. Og, maybe more to come his way as he spots James jumping out onto short. And, well, with that, knows where the final player is, of course, and he's not going to have a tough time. There we go.
Dangerous for Vitality. It's the last round, so of course they're going to go for it, but they don't have much to work with. Couple smokes. They do have kits, so there is that going for them, but no mollies to clear out the back. No nades to punish these low HP players. They're going to have to do it with guns. Here come the smokes. Try and buy a little bit of space. Some flashes over, perhaps to blind. Here comes the hit. There's contact, first player found. They're buying time, though, and there's the kill. Comrades. RPK catches a player. Looking a little bit too chunky outside by the pillar. Now he's got a rifle. Now he's got the bomb. This could work out. He's pushing back down in towards mid. Nearly got caught by James, but James didn't take the peek. Do they realize where he's gone? I would assume that they'd think he'd go towards the A site, but he's actually going to get checked. Oh, no. The damage is done, but Buster Gotta get back, and he actually gets tagged, and they're gonna chase. They're not gonna give him time. He gets back towards Nubox, but they know he's here. Now he's got teammates to support. They don't have a smoke to cover off, so the crossfire is gonna be brutal. And Sanji here for the cleanup. Vitality just nothing doing. Again, we see them get a good start to a round. This was always the story in the first half, and then it just falls apart. Apex gets a rifle, but in doing so, he gives up his...
Had one to work with.
Buster's here.
So yeah, this could be the cross. They're going to double peek Buster. I like the idea on the play, but they didn't see him. Never mind, perfectly hung on to. One headshot from Buster, and well, now Navira alone on 8 health at this point. Hoping to force the 1v1 before actually sticking that bomb plant, but he's not given the chance at this point now. He doesn't have the time. They run in. It's a crazy peek from James. Thankfully, though, there is
factor that you have to account for when you're playing against him. It's been a little quieter this game than perhaps we always expect, but now can they hang on to the post? Some limited health for Misuta, but 2 rifles should give them a fair chance at this. The hit's going to come back in. VP wants this. They do not want to give Vitality a breath of life in this map. That's a huge kill. The Deagle gets 2. That should not have been allowed, and here's the shutdown. Snake moves. I think it's a little bit late, though. They might try and just do some tap damage in towards the player's pit. See if they try and save in towards pit. Take him down with the bomb. But the bomb's played in the far corner, so that shouldn't really matter. Pit should be quite safe. Here comes the wrap. USPs, can they do anything? Maybe. Here comes the pressure. No, the hold is good. Pickard gets 1. Sanji gets 2 from sight. Pickard not even needed. He will be cleaned out of the apartments, but now the op's on the angle. James still smoked out. Sanji, the molly in his face, he's got to swing, and that is well done from Vitality to prevent utter panic from sinking in. James, careful, stays alive. Yakindar's on the flank, though. He's got an AK, and I don't think they're going to expect him near the balcony. He's going to deal with the pit player. Now he knows it's just sight, and he's got it as well. No. Doesn't really work out against James. He will punish you for that. Now they're getting back in towards sight, but this is going to be a heck of a hit. Let's see if Vitality can get away with these guns, or stealing away these guns, or if they're just going to be losing bodies. Here comes the wrap. Sanji should be dead in the oranges. He is indeed, but they've withdrawn towards the church. Vitality. Looking like they're going to get much more. One more swing, one more death.
There we go. RPK falls. Posted back on the angle. The molly is complicating the situation, but he's staying alive. He's doing everything he can right now to make this winnable. Navira, he hits the shot. There we go. A shoulder was all he needed. Apex has finally joined up with his teammate on B as well. And now we've got a 2-on-2, which is flipped back in favor of Vitality. It looks like this should be their round. But again, that was way too close, Mike.
The action is going to be the hit. RPK takes the 1. Buster now alone. He's got to go for it. Going to set up a smoke to try and get him some space on towards sight. He's going to come bursting out. Has the kid at the least, but he's running out of time. He's running out of clock. He's got to go now. He's got to make the move, and they know where he's coming from. There's nothing he can do about that. He's just got to try and isolate something, anything going here. The sprays will come through. He will catch 1, but that's going to be all she wrote.
So they've only got 1 smoke, so it is down to hitting these shots. So if Vitality can even go 2 for 1 on this trade, then it wouldn't be a terrible position. But we'll see. Buster's still posted up on the op. He's waiting for the peaks to come in. He was initially blinded, but a little pop-up and shot through the smoke takes off the head of Zaiwu. Flash over. Actually blinded up his teammate there, I believe Apex did. Forced Misuta to go in towards the smoke so that he wouldn't be
predicting the pit spot. That's the insurance policy here. Misuta doesn't want to peek until late. And they're whittling time down off this clock. Virtus.pro, they're going to let this smoke expire. They're going to play with the time, flirt with danger here. Yakadar hoping that he's going to get an opportunity on the AWP. The boost up over the smoke, even a possibility, but no, they're going to come through. Now it fades. Now the hit comes in. There's 1. The trade is there, but it's Misuta.
Not really doing much in terms of actually pulling rotations away. Navira is still in the arch, so he can make his way back over pretty quickly. They still even have nades here. And now there's only 12 seconds left, Mike. 12 seconds.
Yeah, they've lost this round. They've lost this round to the clock. They've dilly-dallied a little bit too long. 6 seconds. They can't do this. They can't do this. Better not die after turn. That's pretty much the only way you can bleed out your clock in OT. And it's just going to be... Bomb's going to go down. He cannot die here, and he hasn't yet. Finds 1, looking for more. That one's going to be a bridge too far, but it's a 3-on-3 retake. All the players are coming from the same side of the map, though. No concern about Banana. It's going to be this hit. Do or die. Yakinda, first point of contact. He does not find it, and his teammate will die with a nade out. A little bit of a mistake here. Buster's going to play the long game. Buster's going to find 1 and the second, and Buster secures. Can be retrieved. Buster will need to fight his way through. Is there a smoke down? Is the real question, because if that happens, he can just go ahead and stick towards the defuse. If not, he's going to have to find some kills here. And that is indeed the situation he's working with. Once the battle into the bathrooms, there's not a player close to the left. He can clear in. Does he go for the full wrap by Bracket? I don't think he has enough time for it. Finds ZywOo, but ZywOo finds... That could come back to bite. We're just now seeing them start to inch over. I think this is likely a site take, likely a bomb plant, and likely a retake setup. The question becomes, can Shox do damage here in bathrooms before that comes through? And actually now, if Shox goes down, Sanji's found one. There we go. Now it's a big problem. Jame takes out ZywOo. The bomb's now out in the open. They can't even think about the plant. They've got to face in, and they will die. Not expecting the player to be holding for him. That's a big kill to find. Now this should be the mode out. These guys doing damage with the Tech-9. There's another follow-up for Shox, but it's all on Shox. He's only got 12 points of health. He is not long for this world. Jame can come back in with a pistol, and that's what he's going to do. Defuse will be on. Bomb plant does give something for Vitality to work with, but just in the nick of time, VP do take the round. So they tie up the score.
Whenever I say a team is looking to have a clean round, that's the ones where things just go all wrong.
Right.
So we'll find out soon anyway. I don't want to jinx it.
The one thing they really do have to come for them is that deep connector control gives them a lot to work with here. Sanji's going to take 2. He's looking for more. RPK does take out Kicker coming into support, but Sanji, he's running out of bullets. He's still doing the damage, and it's enough. There's 2 kills in the periphery. They were planning to save, and suddenly it's like, all right, well, the numbers are down. I guess we're going to do this. There's 2 players walk out towards long, but they have to tango with Jame. He's going to find the first. He doesn't expect the second, though. If he had held ZywOo there, they might be able to win it just off of that, but they need to hop on this defuse now. Sooner rather than later. Don't even know if they have time at this juncture. They certainly don't now. That's going to be the round. Only 1 player survives, and I think he's going to go. They need to be wary about the flank. They know about that. That slowed them down a little bit. Here comes the utility salvo. Here comes the hit. 35 seconds. They don't have a lot of time to play with. They are going to have to just commit into this one. And there are many bodies here for VP, 4 to be exact. Here comes the swing. There comes the kills. This crossfire is deadly. It's just so tough to dismantle, and they still haven't dealt with the player out towards Optimus. There's just nothing to do. Whichever way you
hit this A-bomb site quickly and potentially overwhelm the up. I'm guessing that's the goal. Try and catch Jame. They don't have a flash, sadly, to take him off the angle, so it'll be more about trying to actually ensure the trade. But, well, as Apex goes down on long anyway, there was no one there to try and give him a hand. So a very early advantage. Short burst now. Yakandar had just crossed into long, and I was about to say that will not be expected, and no, it was not. 3 from...
They're going to have to wait for Kicker to get back into position, but that's a huge kill for him to find. Now they know where the last player is. They know he's in bank. Apex has to look 2 directions. He's going to get clocked upside the head here in a moment. Knows the kill's coming through, but Apex with the pre-fire. That'll work. Doesn't have the health to deal with this. There is going to be just enough time for the defuse here for Virtus.pro. That got way too close. I love what Vitality did there. They changed up their time.
Bomb site, wanting to find these fights and see if they can pick the numbers apart for VP, and eventually they do start to do so. Jame and the smoke, who maybe could have got someone, but no, Yakandar. He uses it as a bit of a distraction at least, but now he's got a 1-on-2 still to pull off. It's Shox on half health. Gone ahead and dropped that player already, so it's ZywOo. If an up shot had to be missed, it would have been the end of the day, but he decides because of that.
From Kicker, it's going to make his life difficult. And there's the spot. There's going to be the plant. This could be risky. A 5-on-5 retake scenario. Vitality will have to get back into position, but deep controlling towards the bank is going to make this tough.
Oh god, we're gonna have a mad clash up close on the stairs. It's 4 of them coming in, and Yakandar is just wrecking on the Glock. He gets the first 3 to find a hat trick, and it's
lying and them giving you a fight. And they shouldn't. They should not. But that could be the mistake. The nades are available, though. That's helpful. 2 rifles still in play, but 1 player down for the count. Now smoke to cover off construction. There is no player holding there. They could find 1 on the approach. That would go a long way to making this easier. There's the spot. There's a flick. Sanji gets 1. He gets 2. Actually, it was Jame on the second, but now he's playing against ZywOo. Time running short, but ZywOo goes to the side. The remaining 3 were getting into the action. It was usually the retake, or the players were already pretty much mopped up. So everybody's firing on all cylinders here for VP. We haven't really seen anyone make any mistakes. There's a good kill from Misuta. Good with the pistols so far, but it's going to fall apart. They had the stack here that gave them a little bit of an attempt, and now it's just going to be left to Apex coming through the construction, or the connector rather. He's going to get caught, but trade is in, or even just a pistol, and they just leave him alone. I don't know. I don't really love this setup for Vitality. Maybe it works if Shock's having a tremendous game, but he's not. As you pointed out, he's not having a good game. But it's tough to fault him when he's left with so much individual responsibility and no setup. Apex will get 1. Here come the trades, though. The bodies are dropping. Yakindar's taking everybody, because that's what he...
Instead, waits for Yakandar to come around the corner and will connect. But now he's pinned in. Can he find at least 1 more? No, he cannot. Sanji rips off his head. ZywOo now on towards the truck is going to have some pressure to try and overcome, and he hits the leg. That allows him to swap back to the USP. Let's get the finish, and at this point, he's doing a great job, at least in wasting time and allowing for his teammates to rotate up. And there we go. They are there to help out. As I said, ZywOo.
Now he knows that he's gotten around. The bomb will go down. Shock's going to try and swing on it, but time is of the essence. James gets around. The movement impeccable. Shocks isn't ready for this at all. There's the headshot. No, not hit. Another chance here for Shocks, and he will connect. So a rare error from James. Had him lined up, had him zeroed in, but he falls off at the wrong moment. And that will be the defuse.
There's a bit of a weaker buy around whatever was just saved. They could think it was the op, though.
RPK, good flashbang, better kills. Massacre just wipes them all away. This round is over. It's done. It's dusted. It's done with. James kill everybody. James ready for that. Players making their way out onto site. Options available for Virtus.pro, but with 25 seconds now they have to commit. RPK, he could thwart this if he finds these two players, but he has to come up huge, and he will chase and be unable to. Drawn in. Apex has gotten in towards the site, but he is going to be dealt with. He finds one, but not able to trade. Not just with the CZ. It's all into ZywOo, and it's all over.